Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 126 of Yuddha Kanda. In the previous chapters, we saw Rama associated with Lakshmana and Sita, along with Sugriva and Vanara warriors, Vibhishana and the Titan counselors of Vibhishana, all of them together, they traveled all the way, and on the way at Kishkinda, they also picked up the wives of the Vanara warriors, and they are all reaching towards Ayodhya. On the way, Rama deliberately halted near the hermitage of sage Bharadwaja to ask about the welfare of people at Ayodhya. Having completed the 14 years of exile, on the fifth day of the lunar fortnight, the elder brother of Lakshmana reached the hermitage of Bharadwaja and bowed low before that ascetic. Paying obeisance to him, he inquired of the sage, saying, "O blessed one, do you know whether all are well and happy in the city of Ayodhya? Is Bharata fixed in his duty? Do my mother still well?" Thus did Rama question Bharadwaja, and that great sage, smiling, answered the prince of the Raghus cheerfully and said, "Bharata, his locks matted, carrying out your instructions, awaits your return. In the presence of your sandals, to which he pays homage, he rules all in the best interests of your family and country. Beholding you clad in bark, setting out on foot, your consort making the third, that is Sita and Lakshmana together, banished from your kingdom, entirely devoted to your duty, obedient to the behest of your father, renouncing every pleasure like unto a god driven from heaven. Formerly I was filled with pity for you. Then, O victorious warrior, you dispossessed of Kaikeyi, nourished yourself on fruits and roots. But now I see you, your purpose accomplished, surrounded by friends and kinsfolk, having triumphed over your enemy, and my joy is supreme. I know all that you have experienced of good and ill while dwelling in Janasthana, O Raghava, and how engaged in procuring the welfare of the sages, seeking to protect them all, your irreproachable consort was borne away by Ravana. I know of the appearance of Maricha and Sita's delusion, the meeting with Kabandha, your arrival at Lake Pampa, the alliance with Sugriva when Wali fell under your blows, the search for Vaidehi and the exploit of the wind god's son, that is Hanuman, the construction of the causeway by Nala and the finding of Vaidehi, how Lanka was set on fire by the foremost of the monkeys while he was bound, how Ravana, proud of his strength, fell in the fight with his sons, kinsfolk, ministers, infantry, and cavalry. How, after the death of Ravana, who was a thorn in the side of the gods, you did meet the celestials and receive a boon from them. All these things I know by virtue of my penances. O hero, O you who are fixed in virtue, therefore I have sent my disciples to carry the news to the city, and I too will grant you a boon. O most skillful of warriors, but first accept the argya. Tomorrow you shall go to Ayodhya. Hearing these words, the illustrious prince with bowed head answered joyfully, "It is well," and made the following request: "On the road I take," because Bharadwaja offered him a boon. So Rama is requesting, "On the road I take to Ayodhya, though it is not the season, yet may all the trees bear honeyed fruits, and those fruits have the fragrance of Amrita. and may every variety be found there, O blessed one. Thereupon the sage replied, so be it. Your desire shall be realized immediately. Then the trees of that region instantly resembled those of paradise. Those that had gone grew fruits, and those that had no flowers were covered with blossom. Trees that had withered were enveloped with foliage, and all dripped with honey for 3 leagues along the way. Meanwhile, the foremost of the monkeys regaled themselves on those celestial fruits to the extent of their desire, and transported with joy, imagined they had entered heaven. Thus come to the end chapter 126 of Yuddha Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puramasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehime. Bye.